Alright, so this is where I'm at now. Everything works, but I've made some blocks. These are to where I can screw the lid on. Make sure the lid's attached really well. The next thing I have to do is actually have pieces that go all the way around for each one of these corners to stiffen everything up. Get these off real quick. Alright, clamps, never can have enough. So what will happen is when this goes on, you want to make sure that this lid actually is setting flush up against the neck, right? Because it's going to be this is where the sound's coming from. So you want it to use this lid as well as this to transfer information and data processing guy. Anyway, to transfer the sound between the inside. This is the only escape path for it right here, right? But it is loud, I can tell you, just as it sets. If you hear as this is. I mean, I'm barely rubbing the tip, and you can hear it louder coming out of the guitar. So, alright, so that's what I've got with this. But you can see what I need to do is be able to screw these things in on the corners. And what will happen is I've got these little cup washers that'll be there, so it'll look nice. I've got some chrome ones too. Everything on this guy's chrome, so this, I've got the same thing in chrome here. So again, I'll put a screw in each corner. What I'll probably do is sneak a screw in here. I don't know if I'm going to need one on this end. What'll happen is the one that's in the middle there will get hid underneath this piezo pickup. So what'll happen there is I'll cut a groove to where this will drop in, but it'll give me some leeway to move this around. That way I could set the intonation right. And intonation just means the distance from here to here and here to here is where they determine scale. Right, so if you have a 24-inch scale, just as a number, it's 12 inches from here to here and 12 inches from here to here. Now when you tune the thing though, the way the strings vibrate and all sorts of other stuff that goes in here, just because you have it in tune here doesn't mean it's in tune the further up the neck you go. So in order to make all that right when you set these up, they call it setting the intonation. So when you fret down here, you also fret up here and check the notes to make sure it's tuned, right? And usually all I have to do with this is just basically offset it a little bit. They call it a compensated bridge by doing that, right? And you can't get as exact as what you can with the adjustable bridges, but the last one I did this way turned out really well. It intonated perfectly. So anyway, I'll have that set there. Basically all that is though is just one of these piezo rods. I don't know if this focuses on there. Put inside a nice piece of wood, a brass rod over it. So I have to make some more of those things. Pull this out. So again, the next pieces will be these blocks that go on the sides all around here. So not only is this stiffening all this up, because again, this is not what you call furniture quality wood. Some of them are nice, but still you need to stiffen these things up some. At least I do, because I like them to feel like a guitar and play like them. But down here on this bottom corner is where the jack will go for your plug. Up here in this area is where I'll put the volume control. With the piezo pickup, it doesn't help to even put a tone pot in there. Just because of the way those things work, you don't get any type of real tone adjustment out of it like you do a single coil or a dual coil type of pickup. So I put them in some other ones, and it's only because the one I have, I knew I wanted to be able to put a big custom wound humbucker in a thing, and some other people may want to do the same with her, so just pay for me to go ahead and do all the cutting and drilling and stuff, to where all somebody else had to do is just drop the pickup in. But again, The next thing I do here though is on that side, that's where I mount the part where the guitar strap goes. And I don't do it here, and there's a reason. But every one of the guitars I'm trying to use spigots. I just think they're cool. And the one I did for the fireman, the Terry Farrell Fund, I just thought it looked cool. So I'm thinking everything I do is going to have some type of spigot on it. So whether it's this one or something like this, you know, that's what I'm going to put on. Then what happens is you unscrew this, and it has this stem there, and you put your strap on here and screw the tip back on. Looks pretty cool. Okay. Now, the other part of this is, the other reason I can't put it in the center is, where do the strings go? You know, again, they drape over this, but you have to have a way of holding them. And this is where the tail piece comes in at. And these I make along with some other fork type of stuff. But this one's sort of like Medusa. So what I'm going to do is take and polish this puppy out. But what will happen is the ends of the strings have loops on them, and I'll just loop each string. This one will come all the way down to here. But see, that ought to match up pretty well, pretty even, going through there, and that'll be what it looks like. So, pretty close, pretty close. Only other thing I'll have to do is, once I get these glued in, you know, drill the holes. Probably have to back cut some of this stuff here. I've had to do it on the other ones. And I'll cut a part here for the cord to go through, and of course I'll cover that with glue, because again, the big thing is I don't want anything vibrating on any of these things. I mean, just as soon as you hit any kind of note, you know, the resonance in there is going to find something that's going to cause it to vibrate, and that'll drive me up the wall. That'll drive somebody else up the wall. Once I do this though, then it's all I got to do is tape some stuff off and do a little bit of dressing on the frets, spray it down with some nitrocellulose, and get my logos on there. Should be ready to roll. I mean, this is downhill slope now.